What is poppin' YouTube? It's Sydney Island here. That's Island with a Y, not an S. And as you can tell by the title, today we're going to talk about Mars in Virgo. Now before I get into it, I would like to let you all know that I do birth chart readings. All of my information will be in the description box below. Email me at s.island55@yahoo.com. Also, in one of these corners, I think it's this side, there's going to be an eye. Hold on, my hand got to be in camera girl. Okay. I think it's on this side, there's going to be an eye that says Planet Mars and Astrology Explained. So click that so you can get a deeper explanation about Planet Mars. Without further ado, let's get into Mars and Virgo. So Planet Mars is all about your sex drive. It's your energy. It's your physical energy. It's the way that you go about action. Planet Mars is all about action. It's the way you go about getting what you desire, okay? It's the drive behind everything that you do. Planet Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. It is dominated by Aries, but it co-rules Scorpio, right? So Aries is a very physical sign. Planet Mars is a very physical planet. So your physicality, and how you use your body, and and the type of physical body that you're attracted to sexually, all of that plays into your Mars. So Mars and Virgo people, your energy, since Planet Mars is all about your energy, can be a little bit nervous. You have nervous energy because Virgos are natural worrywarts, and Virgos worry about any and everything that they can possibly flip and worry about, okay? So if you have a Mars in Virgo, you may be prone to excessive worrying or just being a restless person. You may not necessarily be a huge worrywart, but you have a restless energy, and you always need to be busy in order to not feel anxious. You're very much a doer, Mars and Virgo. You're very, very much a doer. You like to stay active and be productive because you're very goal-oriented. Any Earth Mars is typically very goal-oriented. That's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Your goals are really important to you, and if you're not focusing on your goals and working towards completing your goals, you will feel like you won't feel fulfilled. When it comes to your physical body, you may be prone to some physical illnesses and digestive issues because of your nervousness and because of your worrisome nature, and you may need to have a lot of physical releases, and sex is one of those releases since Planet Mars is a sexual planet. But we're going to get into the sexuality of Mars and Virgo a little bit later on in this video, so stay tuned for that. Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So these two Mars placements, they're very busy people, right? They always want to be doing something. And this Mars and Mercury combination makes you the type of person who is very thoughtful with your actions. You're not an impulsive actor like Mars and Aries or Mars and Sag. You rather plan before you act. You're a think before you act kind of person. Since you're a mutable sign, you adapt quickly to new situations, and you adapt to them very practically, okay? You're like, okay, this is what needs to be done, so I'm gonna do it. A Mars and Virgo, they can stand to be in an environment that they don't really like or that just kind of stresses them out. They can stand it if they feel like they have to do it to get to where they need to go. Okay, so these people can be very hardworking. Mars and Virgo, y'all pay very close attention to the details a lot of times. So y'all don't mind doing like tedious work and stuff that other people may feel like is bothersome and boring. Y'all like, okay, like this is what you got to do, so let's do it. And it may even excite y'all. You may even find that it's fun to do tedious work. And Mars and Virgo people, they do their work with a certain precision that a lot of people don't have. Like y'all, since y'all have this eye for detail, y'all can pick out little things that other people may not notice. Mars and Virgo people, you have very high standards. You're very picky, especially when it comes to your sexual partners. Other signs may just get it in. They just like, yo, like I'm horny, let's do it. But Mars and Virgo is more like, so do you wash your booty though? Like, are you clean? Like, did you brush your teeth? Like, they can be real picky about hygiene. You know, the physical body is very important to them, and they can be very OCD with their own physical bodies and the physical bodies of their partners. Okay, so these people may be obsessed with health and like fitness and going to the gym, and just like these people may be like the type to cut out beef and pork and go vegan, which is something that I have done. I have Virgo rising. These people find physical health to be very, very important to a point where they're kind of OCD about what they do and don't eat, and they may even have like a whole nutrition chart somewhere. So Planet Mars is also ruled by your anger, how you express your anger, or whether you suppress your anger. Mars and Virgo people, you do have anger, but it's not like a Mars and Aries, for example, where they get angry and it's crazy and it's explosive and it's scary. I have a Mars and Aries. You get more irritable and more annoyed, and your anger and your annoyance usually comes from being around somebody who's lazy and who doesn't really take their work seriously. You hate being around people who don't care about doing a good job, because you care so much about doing a good job. You can't stand being around people who are like lazy and they don't take their job seriously and stuff like that. That is where your anger comes in at, because you're a perfectionist and you can kind of be controlling of the people around you, and you want them to be a certain way in the workplace, and if they're not that way, you can get really like aggravated, and you may be kind of annoying to other people. Although people may annoy you a lot, you annoy people too, because you're so picky, and people are like, calm down, like everything does not need to be perfect all the time, like just relax. But you have a hard time understanding that nothing in life is really perfect. Like, let's just be real, you have to accept the fact that imperfection is life, and the imperfection is what makes life beautiful. But you don't believe in that. You don't believe that chaos is beautiful. You believe that order is beautiful. So let's talk about sex, because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. They probably gonna try to, demonetize me, but I'm still gonna talk about it. Okay. Mars and Virgo. I'm looking at my notes, so if y'all like, what's she looking at? I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so Mars and Virgo, when it comes to your sex life, you can be very modest. You're not the type to really run your mouth about what you like sexually and what turns you on and all that type of stuff. And you're not the type to, get in, like, jump in the bed really fast, You have high standards. Before you get sexual with somebody, you prefer to establish a secure relationship with them. You're just one of those people that you do a lot of things based off of your need for security rather than your need to, like, get a sexual release. Like, you may be horny as ever, but if the woman and the man, they don't have all the things that you want, like a clean booty and, a hard-working mentality, if they don't have all of that, you won't settle. Like, you're not the type to just settle. You'll be the type to be like, I can stand not having sex if it means that I'm protecting my body from somebody else's dirty energy, right? When it comes to Virgo and sex, it's like, even if you're a freak, cleanliness is always going to be in the back of your mind, and also that OCD-ishness about your body and about the other person's body. You may notice little things about somebody's body that you don't like, but you ain't gonna say nothing about it. When it comes to sex, y'all want to try new things, right? Y'all want to experiment, but you're not going to go crazy like, say, a Mars and Sagittarius. You need some type of comfort before you start experimenting. You need to feel comfortable with the person that you're with before you start experimenting. But once you feel comfortable with that person, you're going to go all out and you're going to go a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all do have like a sex drive. That Virgo energy, although y'all are the virgin, Virgos still like to get it in. Virgos can be very much in tune with their physical bodies. So when it comes to sex, they know what turns them on, and they know how to get the ultimate pleasure out of sex, and they know how to get the ultimate pleasure out of like pleasing their partner as well. Mars and Virgo people, you're not the most aggressive of Mars. You're not the most dominant with your energy, like a Mars and Aries. Since Mars rules Aries, this is a good placement, right? Mars and Aries, you have a dominant energy. Mars and Virgo, you're more subtle and more gentle when it comes to asserting yourself. Mars and Virgo people are also very up top about self-improvement. Okay, these people find it very important to always better themselves and to always learn and always to grow, and these type of people who will always like research a lot. They love to learn, and they like to learn about how to be successful in this material world and in this physical realm. They have a very practical approach to how to become successful in this world, and typically they are successful because they just have this clear view of the real world and how things work in the real world. They also will try to help their loved ones improve in their lives too, but they can do it to a point where it gets to be annoying, like I said before, because they can be picky and very critical of other people, because Mars and Virgo people feel as though their effort sometimes is not enough. They feel like that what they do is not enough, and they feel like they need to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. because they're really hard on themselves, you know, they have really high standards for life itself. Mars and Virgo people can be good wellness trainers or fitness trainers or, you know, nutritionalists, okay, like I mentioned before, because health is really important to them. So they may go into wellness and you know, they might be the type of person who be drinking them protein shakes and making them vegetable blending smoothies and stuff like that. And they'll try to get their friends on board and be like, hey, you know, I'm trying this new thing and it's been working for me, so I think you should try it too. But although Mars and Virgo people can kind of be like, yo, like, do this, it's going to help you. Like, yo, you're not doing this right, blah, blah, blah. They don't necessarily want to control you. They don't necessarily want to be your leader. Mars and Virgo people can be a little bit reserved, so they don't necessarily want to play the role of leader. They'd much rather just do what they need to do in a kind of more discreet way, just get it done and then just relax, you know. I say relax, but come on now, Mars and Virgo they not relaxing. Y'all ain't relaxing. They're not trying to overpower you or control you, really. They prefer to just have control over themselves. These people can be control freaks of themselves more than of other people. They really, really, really are OCD about themselves and how they go about things, and they're just really picky about a lot of things. But their overall energy is driven by success. Success to you is, you're not like a Mars in Capricorn, your fellow earth sign, who is driven by power and wealth and money and status. You're more so driven by your own individual success and what you deem success, not what society deems is successful, like a Mars in Capricorn. You do want to have the things that give you a stable and secure life, but it's not based on the world's view of what is successful or what is security, you know. You're very much individualistic and independent in your approach to things, but it's more like just you kind of keep to yourself more with it. You're not going to be all up in everybody else's space in order to get done what you need to get done. You may not be the most, like, what's the word, like being a people person, like say a Mars in Libra. You may not be as much of a people person because sometimes you feel as though you do your best work by yourself. You may be a little bit of a loner when it comes to your business. Mars and Virgo, I believe that's it for you all. I hope that you got something from this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit me up for that birth chart reading, okay? My information will be in the description box below. Next, I'm going to be filming Mars and Taurus because we're going in order by elements. Sort of order, but not really order. Okay, we started off with fire. Now we're on to earth, and the next is going to be air. Okay, so like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Bye-bye.